What do I think of Eltcreed? I didn't know what kind of answer Ulrich was expecting. Eltcreed is my employer, that's all. However, as his bodyguard, I have to be by his side in times of danger. I need to understand how he thinks and how I should treat him. Don't you think so?
思わないかとか同意を求められても困るんですけど、そっか、割り切った関係では終わらないってことか。
Complex?
そう、仕事は仕事、プライベートはプライベートってさ。
Oh, wow.
勤務時間外もエルトのことをあれこれ考える必要だってないっちゃないし。
Are you saying this isn't normal?
そうだね。生真面目すぎっていう点では異常かもな。けど、エルトに深入りする気なら生半可な気持ちじゃダメだと思う。ああ見えて女殺しだから。
A lady killer? Eltcreed is a murderer? And he killed a woman? No way!
はあ？ああ、そうか。恋愛事が禁止されてるところは存在しない言葉なのか。
Sorry.
勉強になったというか、説明がめんどくさいな。
But Eltcreed seems so gentle towards women. Is that how he approaches them so he can kill them?
ああ、ちょっと待って。ストップ、そこまで黙って。思考止めて。女殺しってのはその、なんていうか、人気っての？
Are you jealous?
罪なやつとも言って。
罪なやつ。Sinful? What could be worse than murder?
こっちもアウトなのかよ。上海出身めんどくせえ。
It's alright. If you can't explain, I'll ask him directly.
分かってない。取るのはダメ。絶対ダメ。無理。僕がエルトに怒られる。落ち着いてよ、もう。女殺しってのも罪なやつってのも女に好かれるって意味で、殺人や犯罪とは関係ない言葉なんだ。
Really?
本当だ。僕が言いたかったのは、エルトのプライベートに踏み込むと苦労するかもなってこと。女にだらしないってことはないんだけど、思わせぶりなとこもあるからな。エルトを守るなら、おっさんとか暗殺者より女を注意した方がいいよ。
I don't really understand. He's so complicated.
そうだね。あんなに考えてることがよくわかんないやつ見たことない。僕なんかを信じちゃったりしてるしね。
What do you mean?
なんでもない。今のは忘れて。
Twisty. Ulrich stuffed the candy on the table into his bag and disappeared with steps as soft as a cat's. I'm so curious on what he does for work. Eltcreed is being Eltcreed. Why is everyone's name so hard? But Ulrich also has a wild temperament. I wonder if that's the norm here in the depths. I won't come to any useful conclusions thinking about it right now. I should go back to sleep. More than anything, I was glad that my fears had proven groundless. Is it morning already? Morning? Damn, I overslept again. Me. I have to get dressed. I guess that was too fast. I told myself to calm down and stood up. I overslept twice in a row now. I have to get dressed and meet with Eltcreed. Eltcreed, good morning. Where is everyone? I surveyed the main parlor. None of the servants here were to be seen. Neither was Ulrich. It's too quiet. Did they leave without me? No, why would they? Leaving behind the bodyguard he had hired to protect him was against Eltcreed's best interests. Are they hiding under the tables or something? No, probably not. Too childish. I checked anyway. Oh, she's so cute. Nobody there. Sorry. Sorry. No. Oh, this is odd. I suppose I will wait. It's like so dusty here. They're not coming. I waited for 5, 10, 30 minutes. Nothing happened. What's going on? If he wasn't in the main parlor, perhaps he's still in his room? Eltcreed, are you there? No answer. I guess he isn't. Oh. Eltcreed, is that you?
Hi.
It's okay. It's morning. Didn't you need to go to work? What's going on? His voice was thick and drowsy. Had I woken him up? Was he talking in his sleep? I can't tell from out here. I have to go inside. Can I enter your room?
はい、どうぞ。
So these are Eltcreed's quarters. Eltcreed's room was, in a word, luxurious. The decoration reminded me strongly of the Heights, as one would expect due to his adoration of it. It must have been very difficult to obtain these pieces. He's still sleeping. Oh, baby. I approached the lavish canopy bed. Eltcreed was breathing evenly, clearly far from awake. Still sound asleep. I was pretty sure I'd heard him talk earlier, but now he's in a peaceful slumber. I kind of want to leave him undisturbed, but I considered his position at the bank. Letting him sleep wasn't an option. Eltcreed, it's morning. Wake up, Eltcreed. Oh, what? CG? Oh, what? For a moment, I couldn't understand what was happening. Please, CG, please, CG. I approached the bed, called his name, and tried to shake him. Oh, that's actually really cute! Oh my god! That's actually really cute. Hold up. Oh, that's adorable. He grabbed my hand and pulled me onto the bed with him. Not only that, he was embracing me. This is why you need bolsters. Bolsters are great. Stop grabbing on people and get bolsters. What is this?
捕まえました。
The fuck?
もう話しませんよ。
He looks like the older dude in Cafe Enchante, but like only human, without his glasses. Struggle. Say his name. Eltcreed.
はい。君の
What the fuck?
エルトクリードですよ。
Bro.
でもエルトと呼んでいただけると嬉しいです。ただ呼ぶだけではいけませんよ。優しく甘く愛を込めて。
Sure.
甘いといえば。
Oh, I wanna eat. Fuck.
蜂蜜がドロドロにかかったシフォンケーキ。いただきます。
Me. I wanna eat too. He's still basically asleep. Wake up, please. Eltcreed, it's morning.
朝。もうそんな時間か。
Lautisha? Who the fuck is Lautisha?
眠いです。寝かせてください。ローディティシア。
Loditisha. Okay, so not Lautisha. Got it. Loditisha?
おや、違います。
Wow.
では、
Wow.
カスティーナ。
Wow. No.
フィオネリアス。
What's with these names?
ベロニーニ。
Neither. Are these names? They're probably the names of women. I had to wonder at what kind of personal life Eltcreed had.
困りました。この際、誰でも構いません。目覚めの口づけをお願いしま
No,
す。
morning breath. A kid.
ほら、ね。
His hand caressed my cheek, trying to coax me closer. I wonder what he meant by a wake-up kiss. What else could it be, babe? Was that some ritual from the depths? Girl, please. I don't have time to wonder about that now. I wasn't entirely certain of what was going on, but sensed that it was unsafe somehow. I worked up the nerve to slap him. Yikes. I want to slap him, but it's Eltcreed. Unable to go through with my plan, I pinched his cheek instead.
痛いです。
No.
おや、君でしたか。
Are you finally awake now? Good morning, Eltcreed. Would you let me go?
護衛としては雇いましたけど、ここまで近くなくても結構ですよ。個人的には大歓迎ですけど。
He smiled and planted the kiss on my cheek. That's sexual harassment. Whoa. I was so surprised that I jerked backwards and fell off the bed. Oh, girl.
朝から元気ですね。羨ましい限りです。
Yeah, same. Now that I'm so old, I have no energy left. Believe me, I'm feeling exhausted already. I'll be waiting outside. Please make yourself presentable.
おや、着替えを手伝ってはくれないんですか?
That's extra payment, thank you. Please do that yourself. Excuse me.
はーい。
Hi. He kissed me. I put my hand on my cheek, wondering at his true intentions. No, I shouldn't dwell on it. He's always like that. It doesn't mean anything. I should say first. Did he really kiss women on a whim? Had he also done it to the women whose names he'd murmured before he woke up? Most likely, girl. This is pointless, but I can't stop thinking about it.
はい、お待たせしました。改めておはようございます。
Good morning, Eltcreed.
おや、お疲れですね。
あまり
眠れなかったのですか?
Eltcreed wasn't wrong. Compared to his rested, shining face, my skin was looking a little dull. My sleep was fine, but coming to wake you was tiring.
かわいそうに。今夜はぐっすり眠ってくださいね。なんなら、添い寝してもいいですよ。
Lie next to me. You why I'm already worn out first thing in the morning. I'll be fine. I'm not a child anymore.
子供扱いではないんですけどね。朝食はもう済ませましたか?
Oh, no, I didn't.
そう。では一緒に食べましょうか。今日はビュッフェ形式のパンのようですね。どれも美味しそうです。
Considering he has like 3 chefs, I think every day is a buffet. He took a small, gleaming plate and thongs. Not thongs, thongs. I didn't understand what he was going to do and watched.
どうしました? 食べないのですか?
I am, but I'm surprised you pick out your own bread. Shouldn't a servant do this for you?
そうですね。50-50といったところでしょうか。使用人に任せることもあれば、そうでないこともあります。こういった食事の場合は使用人を頼らないことが多いです。欲しいものを好きなだけというのがビュッフェのいいところですから。
I love buffets. I wanna go to one. I see.
もし自分で選ぶのが不慣れであれば、俺が取ってあげてもいいですよ。
It's fine. I couldn't ask you to do that. I'll select my own food.
わかりました。 遠慮せず好きなだけ取ってくださいね。
I will. Thank you. Easier said than done. I'd never seen so many varieties of bread before. Some variations were ones I knew from the heights. Others were totally alien to me. Some of this bread is covered in sugar and chocolate. It must be so sweet like candy. I want some. I'm hungry right now. Unlike me, Eltcreed had put the bread he wanted on his little plate already. Can't talk. It looked to me like he had picked one of each, building a veritable mountain. Me. Are you going to eat all of that?
ええ、迷う時間がもったいないので、こんなことに時間をかけるくらいなら全て食べればいい。簡単でしょ？
I understand the logic, but I think my stomach is too small for all of that.
このくらい食べられないと俺の護衛は務まりませんよ。なんてね。しっかり食べて今日も頑張りましょう。銀行の始業時間はとっくに過ぎているようですけどね。
Wait, let me just change the brightness of my thingy because it's so bright it hurts my eyes. I don't know how to do that. Wait a bit. Oh, it's already the lowest. Well, despite obviously knowing how late he was, he didn't rush his breakfast. Can he afford to take his time? I suspected he could since he owned the bank. If anything, everyone else would have to work around his absence until he arrived. Must be nice to have money. It was noon by the time we arrived at the bank. It appeared to be lunch hour. Damn! There were no customers inside the bank, and quiet music filled the air.
おや、これは。
There was a bouquet of red roses on Eltcreed's desk. I want bouquet. Who do you think brought them here? Ulrich? Sure, I shipped them.
それはないでしょう。彼から花をもらった経験は一度だってありません。ご丁寧にメッセージカードが添えてありますね。ローディティシアですね。
Letitia.
彼女らしい。
See. Letitia. I heard that name before. Yes, I remembered. Eltcreed had murmured that name in his sleep. With a melodramatic flourish, he clasped the bouquet to his chest. Well, she must be important to him. I want flowers too! I was enjoying the amusing sight when he suddenly gave me a thoughtful look.
キルさん、この花束もらっていただけませんか?
Oh, I hate that actually. Like, if you got a gift from someone, you can't just like re-gift it. I think that's very rude. Wasn't this sent to you? I can't take it. Yeah, I don't like that. What the fuck? Yo, I don't know if I like him anymore. Like, that's like a big no for me. Like, if you... That's so rude. Throw it away? Dude, what the fuck? Well, if you're just going to throw them away, I will take them after all. Still, taking something sent to him by a woman feels wrong. Eltcreed seemed to feel none of my reluctance, and was perfectly happy. He handed me the flowers, brushing his fingers against my hair. No, I don't like you. Stop it. Stop it. No. Blech. It frustrated me that he was able to say such confusing things so nonchalantly. He must have been enjoying it. There you go again. Please stop making such jokes.
この流れで冗談は言いませんよ。これは俺の本心。花にもし感情があったなら、美しい君を見た途端恥じて身を枯らすことでしょう。
If you're not joking, you must be drunk.
おやおや、どうしてそこまで否定したがるんです？俺の賛辞、言葉のまま受け取るわけにはいきませんか？
I can't. I feel too sympathetic. To the girl? No, towards the woman who sent them. This morning you whispered the names of a lot of women, and this too. You will only make them and their fiancés unhappy if you seduce them like this.
婚約者。ああ、上階での制度の話ですね。ご安心を。俺の町にはそんな制度は当然ありません。ですから君は思う
Dude,
存分
please.
俺を愛してくれていいんです。
He's an attention whore, and I can respect that, you know. But don't be like that. Don't throw it away. That's so rude.
恋愛に疎い君に俺の気持ちを伝えなければいけないという使命のもと連日口説いています。
What kind of mission is that to give you to yourself? I'm not interested in love.
興味がないのではなく、これまでの環境が君に目隠しをしていたから順応できず戸惑っているだけです。ですから俺がエスコートします。愛とは何たるか教えてあげますよ。
Eltcreed, why are you so assertive when it comes to love?
愛は無償であり自由であり無限です。それを分け与えず渋るなんて俺には考えられません。求められれば答える。それがエルトクリード・バーレンティンという男です。
Okay, dude. So does that mean you're currently in many relationships, Eltcreed?
それは捉え方によると思います。その花が証拠です。俺はローディツシアのことを友人だと思っていますが、彼女はそうは思っていないらしいですね。
It seems, huh? What are you, like friends with benefits? In the Heights, presents were an expression of gratitude. Is it different here?
場合によります。感謝の気持ちを表す時もありますし、好意を伝える手段として異性を送ることもあります。ですから男にプレゼントを送るときは気をつけてください。そしてできれば送る相手は俺だけにしてください。君からのプレゼント楽しみです。
Well, I have no plans to give you a present for now.
おや、それは寂しいですね。君からもらえるものは何だって喜ぶというのに。
Let's leave me out of it. So Loditisha gave you these flowers because she likes you as a man?
はい、おそらくは。
And you, Eltcreed, think of her.
友人としか見ておりません。今後もしかしたら発展する可能性は否定できませんけど、何か劇的な変化がない限り友人以上とはならないでしょうね。
Despite her hopes, she's been sentenced to his friendship. Eltcreed, when you were sleeping, you murmured the name of your friend and embraced me. Does that mean that you sometimes sleep with your friends of the opposite sex?
はい、たまに寝ます。
More than sleep. What?
あれ、上階ではないんですか?
What do you think, bruh? Of course not. Absolutely not. No way. I mean, there's a napping room in the temple where we sleep communally. But sleeping alone with someone of the opposite sex whom you're not married to is a serious crime. You'd be arrested immediately.
重犯罪。人生をかけた恋。いいですね。燃えそうです。ですが、下界では世間体はさておき、同意があれば誰と寝ようが犯罪ではありません。さすがに家庭をお持ちの夫人とは寝ませんけどね。そして俺は求められれば答える。君だって俺のことを求めてくれるのなら
Okay.
答えますよ。いくらでも。
No need.
そうですか。ちなみに女殺しの俺についてどう思います？ なぜウルリクとの会話で出てきた言葉を知っているか
I
と
was wondering, yes.
彼自身が教えてくれたんです。君が言葉を誤解したままなぜ女を殺すなどと俺に問い詰めた時のことを考え先手を打ったのでしょう。俺は俺の人生に満足していますけど、女性にだらしないと思われても仕方ありません。そこで質問です。
君は俺の生き方をどう思いますか？
I mean, me as a person, I don't give a fuck what I think. Oh yeah, your life is yours alone. I have no right to say anything. I like her. But I don't think I could live the same way. I looked at him. He's listening attentively, so I continued. I always felt that even marriage itself was annoying. You don't really know how much about matters of love. If I came to love someone, I'm sure they would be the only one. I don't think I could live as freely as you. I find that love, and you, Eltcreed, are difficult for me to understand.
そうでしょうか。まあ、培ってきたものや文化が異なりますから、最初から全てを理解できるはずがありません。俺と君が相思相愛になれば、めでたく結ばれる。という可能性を期待しつつ、雇い主として、この町の法を手取り足取り教えて差し上げますよ、ひよこさん。
Little bird.
ええ、常に俺の後をピヨピヨとついてくるんです。ぴったりでしょ？
I do that because I'm your bodyguard. Please don't call me a little bird.
失礼いたしました。そうですね。君は未熟ではありますが女性ですから。ひよこと呼ぶのは失礼でした。
Inexperienced? That also seems vaguely insulting.
おやおや、すみません、騎士様。さて、長話はこれくらいにして仕事を始めようと思います。俺のこと、しっかり見ていてくださいね。
Got it. Good luck with your work. Why does Eltcreed talk so much about love? I had avoided the topic as much as I could throughout my life. In a way, he was my opposite. I want to know him better, but as a partner, I found it difficult to imagine myself loving the kind of man he was. Wow, girl is not pulling any punches. I will have to get used to his conduct. I stared at Eltcreed's muscular frame, slightly frustrated. When the bank closed, we left together. Eltcreed was walking slightly ahead of me, stretching as we went. I kept an eye on my surroundings.
もうこんな時間ですか。今日はなんだか一日が早く終わった気がしませんか？
He started working much later. It was only natural.
確かに。さて、今日はここまででいいですよ。
Where are you going? Let me accompany you.
いえいえ、俺と常に一緒にいたいという気持ちは嬉しいですが、今夜は遠慮していただけませんか？
Are you meeting a woman? I know he hates it though, so I won't. I want to know what he says if I do that though. Just save. I want to know. Are you meeting a woman? Yeah, you went down.
もしそうなら焼いてくれます？どうするかは秘密です。俺のことはご心配。
Boo, he doesn't even answer. Boring. This is my job. Well, I'm still your bodyguard. The night is more dangerous by far than the day.
確かに。ですが、今日はどうしても一人がいいんです。そういう日、君にもありませんか？
That really isn't the issue.
俺のことはご心配なく、はってでも君の元へ戻ると約束します。
But
見つけた。死ねえ、バレンティン。
what? I heard a man yelling. A dark shadow appeared next, brandishing a knife. Never! I was about to draw my sword, then. Eltcreed drew his pistol and leveled it at the man. She's kinda useless there, huh? 2 gunshots rang out. It's kinda embarrassing, not gonna lie. The bullets hit the man in the chest and forehead. He was dead before he hit the ground. And Eltcreed didn't even hesitate to kill.
誰かと思えば、いえ、誰でしょ
Looked at Eltcreed. He seemed perfectly composed and exactly the same as always. They're after his life. He killed the man in self-defense. I can't criticize him. Still, his attitude towards the killing was... I took a deep breath to calm down. Is he a friend?
う。知り合いならば俺を殺そうとはしません。とは言い切れませんね。借金滞納の末、こういった手段を取られる方はたまにいます。返済する気がないと分かれば、ケースバイケースです。
Case by case.
ですが、彼はきっと他の地区の方ですね。遺体は俺の部下が処理しますので、放置してくださって構いません。
Leave it, but... He nodded and shrugged.
しかし、惜しいことをしてしまいましたね。
Killing him?
まあ、それもあります。死んでしまっては目的を尋ねられません。俺が差し上げた剣を持って悪を倒す勇姿を見る絶好の機会だったというのに残念です。
The perfect chance, huh?
俺のことです。どうせまたすぐに狙われますから、その時を楽しみにしておきます。
You shouldn't look forward to assassination attempts.
憂いても怯えてもやってくるものであれば、気楽に悠長に構えた方がいい。それが俺のやり方です。
Eltcreed reloaded his gun and holstered it again.
俺にはこの通り銃がありますので、身の心配は不要です。気をつけて帰ってくださいね。それで。
Ah! Eltcreed walked away, completely ignoring the commotion around us. He's not shocked at all that he was just attacked and that he killed someone. He had made clear an unemotional decision in the blink of an eye. This, I felt, was also part of the life he had lived.
おかえりってあんた一人か。
Yes, Eltcreed is...
大丈夫。どこに行ったかは分かってる。
You know?
だから言わなくていい。
Where is he then?
それは秘密。エルトが言わなかったってことは
That's fair.
言うなってことだろうし。
Both you and Eltcreed keep a lot of secrets.
何バカなこと言ってんのさ。会って数日のあんたに全部さらけ出せるほど僕もエルトも薄っぺらくないよ。
I'd like to at least know where he is. It affects my guard duties. I am the sword that protects him. I should be with him right now. Ulrich watched me heap dinner onto a small plate and let out an astonished groan.
護衛は主人を守る剣。その言葉、エルトが聞いたらすごく喜びそう。
I see. Too bad he isn't here to hear it.
でも変なの。あんたのことだから夜。
Agata. I tried. I said exactly that to him, but he was very firm in rejecting me. We were attacked by a hoodlum on the way back. Eltcreed killed him before I could do anything. Then he disappeared, saying he had a gun to protect himself.
暴漢、射殺。エルトらしいというかなんというか。その光景、簡単に想像できるな。
I suspected that it isn't rare to be attacked for him.
当たり前だ。言っただろ。エルトはリベラリタスの支配者だって。フラフラしててとてもそんな風には見えないと思うけど、いろんな奴がエルトの地位を欲しがってる。エルトを襲う奴の大半は一般人になりすましている部下が先に対処するんだけど、今日みたいな取りこぼしが出た時はエルト自身が処分することもある。
I see. I wondered whether the regularity was the reason he'd been so composed. I don't know anything about guns, but Eltcreed seemed rather skilled.
うん。ちなみにエルトに銃を教えたのは僕だよ。
You're kidding.
はあ、 なんで疑うんだよ。失礼なやつ。エルトの銃の死は僕だよ。でも腕はエルトの方がいい。悔しいけどさ。
I see. I didn't know you were both skilled shooters. I've always been proud of my sword, and I think my technique is quite good. I always believed that as long as I had a sword, I could protect what's important to me. But tonight I had learned a sharp lesson about why you told me it's outdated. He had his gun out faster than I could draw my sword, and then the attacker was dead. Why did Eltcreed hire me for protection then?
どうしてって、あんたの騎士らしい見た目がいいんだろ。エルト変な趣味あるし。
That's it?
だいたいエルトみたいな上流階級のやつは
That's fair.
周囲に置く人間もアクセサリーだ。女剣士ってのはそれだけでエルトにとってかっこいい宝石なんだ。
I think Eltcreed even told me something similar. But I mean, okay. That means he just needs me for appearances. How I can fight is irrelevant. Aw, poor girl.
バカ、何落ち込んでんだよ。きっかけなんてなんだっていいだろ。大切なのは今何をするかだ。
What I'm going to do now?
そう、剣の他に何か特技を持つとかさ。具体的なことは思いつかないけど。っていうか、なんであんたなんかにアドバイスしてんだ、僕は。エルトが戻ってこないならここにいる意味はないや。じゃあな。
Wait, Ulrich.
なんだよ。
Thank you. I'll think about it. Maybe there's something else I can do.
あっそう。まあせいぜい頑張りなよ。
Other skills I have. Do I really need skills other than sword fighting? Yeah. I didn't want to be mere window dressing. I wanted to be useful to him for who I was. I want to be truly useful to him now that he's hired me. Eltcreed Valentine's perspective. Oh.
The
streets had that overwhelming smell particular to the sanctuary district. The smell of death. And it didn't just smell of death. I could sense the presence of those who would kill me if they could.
どうぞ。狙うなら狙ってみてください。
I couldn't say that it never happened. But in Liberalitas, where I rule, I rarely had to draw a gun.
めったにないということは、実践経験が欠けるということ。
But I was a human being with the heart as well. I wasn't going to use the innocent for target practice.
だが、自己防衛となると話は別だ。殺される前に殺す。それしかない。
待たせたか。
ええ、待ちくたびれました、ブランデンブルクさん。
Saxon Brandenburg emerged from the darkness. He was the commander of the hounds, and a valuable business partner.
例の物、持ってきたか。
もちろん、上質のものを揃えましたよ。
I smiled and handed him the bag I was carrying. The bag contained cigarettes. The tobacco was being cultivated in the district Temperantia, and it really was of excellent quality. He put the bag on the ground and checked the contents using the light of a lighter from his pocket.
おやおや、信用していただけないとは。
心配するな。貴様に限ったことではない。下界の人間は全員信用していない。
でしょうね。だからこそ、このエルトクリード・バーレンティンにわざわざ単身で届けさせるんです。贅沢ですね。
He took out a cigarette from one of his packs inside the bag. Then he put the cigarette in his mouth and lit it with his lighter.
まずくはないな。
よかった。俺にはタバコの良し悪しがわからないので、いつも見ていて思うのですが、煙に味などあるのですか？
吸ったことがないのか。ガキめ。
おやおや、答えになっていませんね。
Brandenburg snorted and asked for the price.
そうですね。いいえ、今回はいただかないことにします。
バカな。何を企んでいる。
いえいえ、何も。いつもよくしていただいてるんです。たまには礼をしなくては。ね。
Considered it an investment that guaranteed I was able to walk through the sanctuary district without being imprisoned.
気持ち悪いやつめ。
言われ
Ah,
ずとも
sorry.
ここからリベラリタスは近くはありませんからね。
待った。
He stopped me as I was about to turn and leave. I looked at him, waiting for his reason. Brandenburg gestured towards my clothes.
その血はどうした。
ああ、道中で男に襲われまして、射殺した際血がついたのでしょう。
ならばいい。帰り道も気をつけろ。貴様に死なれると困るからな。
ありがとうございます。ブランデンブルクさんこそお気をつけてください。
Really?
俺がなぜだ。
上に立つ者は恨まれやすいですから。いつどこで背中を刺されるか、いえ、撃たれるか分かりませんから。お互い長生きしたいものですね。
貴様はさっとくたばれ。
So rude!
おやすみなさい、ブランデンブルクさん。
待て。
何か。
ある女を探している。
Oh shit.
キルス。
知っているも何も。
Of course, I could hardly tell Brandenburg that I had hired her as a guard. I shrugged and laughed, doing my best to seem
キルス
innocuous.
ね。特徴を教えていただかないと何とも。しかし、その名には覚えがありません。誰ですか？逃げた愛人とか？
あんな小娘、俺の趣味ではない。知らないのであればいい。され。
はい。では失礼いたします。
I hope
小娘、どこへ消えた。
I hope the mom and child that helped us is okay because we technically ran away. Shitting putties on. Morning came. I hope Eltcreed woke up properly this morning. I let out a sigh as I dressed. I had gone to bed as soon as after dinner the night before. I didn't know when Eltcreed had come back. I don't even know if he's coming back at all. I put on my sword belt with the scabbard and adjusted it around my head. All right, all done. I cast another glance into the mirror to adjust my collar. I still wasn't used to my skirt, but I wanted to make sure the rest looked as proper as possible. I am, after all, window dressing for my employer. Swords had fallen out of use in the depths. They were unnecessary. If I let that make me depressed, I won't find a way. I had to do whatever I could. Eltcreed had picked me, and I didn't want to disappoint him. A sweet fragrance drifted into my nostrils as soon as I opened the door. This smell. I followed the beguiling scent to find Eltcreed stretched out on the sofa. Good, he's up. Good morning, Eltcreed.
ああ、おはようございます、騎士様。一緒に紅茶はいかがですか？
Black tea? Oh, so that's what the scent is. I'm surprised it exists in the depths.
もちろんです。リベラリタスには栽培環境がありませんので取り寄せとなりますけど、望みとあらば何でも用意しますよ。ローズマリー、シナモンチップ、ラベンダー、レモンマートル、ラズベリーリーフをブレンドしたもので、蜂蜜をさじ1杯入れるのをおすすめします。さあ。
I thanked him, sat down, and took the cup from Eltcreed. The cooks judged this to be the right time to put breakfast on the table. It's very good.
よかった。紅茶の好みは人それぞれですからね。ウルリクなど飲めればいいんだよこんなのとか言うんですよ。彼のガサツさと遠慮のなさは感動すら覚えます。
Yes, he would say that. I'm surprised you were able to wake up considering how it went yesterday. You seem well rested. That's good.
いえ、眠ってはいませんよ。
Huh? Hmm?
一睡もしていません。寝ずの作業は得意なんです。
But that's not healthy.
さあ、どうでしょう。壊れるときは壊れるでしょうけど、まだその経験はありません。俺、案外丈夫にできているようです。
I don't think this is anything to be proud of. What on earth did you do that you sacrificed all your sleep?
気になりますか？どれだけねだられても教えてあげません。
I know that, but eventually nature will take its toll. Please take more care of yourself.
はい、わかりました。では慈愛の一環として一緒に出かけませんか？
I suspect that's been your plan all along. You're headed to the bank, right?
いえ、遊びにです。
Uh-huh.
銀行で遊んでもいいですけど、行員やお客様の目が
The
ありますからね。
implications, bruh. You might be the owner, but can you really decide to be absent?
俺がいいと思えばそれでいいんですよ。俺の行動で銀行経営が傾いたことは一度だってありませんし、俺は有能なんです。さ
I didn't want to encourage him to ditch work, but... Alright, you were attacked only yesterday. I'll need to protect you.
おやおや、意気込みは嬉しいですが、護衛としてではなく一人の女性としてついてきていただけませんか？
As man and woman?
はい、衣服もそれではな
Oh my
く、より華やかで君の美しさが際立つドレスを用意させましょう。
Mm-hmm. But... No, these clothes are fine. I don't like dresses. Especially if the need to protect you should arise.
なるほど、そうなんですね。
Oh, okay.
苦手なことは強要したくありませんし、今回は諦めるとしましょ
Thank God.
う。しかし、
He leaned towards me and put his index finger on my lips. I'll bite.
今日一日で結構です。
Huh?
話し方くらいは女性らしくしていただけませんか？
What? Speak?
ええ、そうです。穏やかで柔らかく、
Dude, what the fuck?
恋人に甘えるように優しく。
I don't talk to my boyfriend with softness and warmth. He's crazy. Lover? That was hardly reasonable. That will be difficult. I have no such experience.
難しく考えなくてもいいですよ。別にできなかったからといって減俸したり解雇したりとかしませんし、可能な限り俺の戯れにお付き合いください。
Uh-huh. I have a feeling this will not work at all. We set out into the city after breakfast.
今日はいい天気ですね。ま、曇天なんですけどね。煙も四方八方から上がっていますし、油っぽい匂いも相変わらずですし、愛らしい方を連れ共に時間を過ごす。それだけで心が澄み満たされるようです。
You should be a poet. Uh-huh. What does it mean to speak with a feminine heart? You're still on that, girl.
どうしました？お腹空きました？
No, I mean, goodness me, not at all. I feel just fine. Should I use a higher voice?
よくできました。偉いですね。
Eltcreed smiled and patted my head. I'm not a little child. Sadly, I couldn't tell him off. I had no real right to do that. The more I try to consciously choose my words, the more it confuses me, and the less I say, honey. Did adding that to make it sound more feminine? I had no idea whether I was doing anything right or wrong.
確かに苦戦されているようですね。では、やり方を変えましょうか。
strategy?
はい。言葉遣いを変えるのではなく、俺の恋人らしく振る舞ってください。
Mm-hmm. Might be even harder, dude. Ah. Got it. He wants me to say got it. I don't know what it's like to go out with someone, so that won't be easy either. But it seems better than trying to alter my diction. Got it.
恋人に向かって承知とは
Oh,
なかなか
I
言い
should
ま
have
せ
put
んけ
on
ど、
some tones.
それが君の個性だと思うと愛らしいですね。
But what exactly do you propose I do differently?
それは俺が教えますよ。まずは腕を組みましょうか。
Your arm? Like so?
ああ、いえいえ、
あと
君一人でするのではなく、こんな風に俺の腕を持ってください。
Eltcreed took my hand with his hand and guided it until our arms were linked. Oh, I see. This makes more sense. I turned red at my mistake.
こういう風にする男女、上界ではいませんでしたか？
Oh, there were, but the only ones who do this are children and married couples.
夫婦。いい響きですね。ありとあらゆる手間暇をすっ飛ばして君とそういう関係になるのも悪くありません。
Dude, please.
ですけど下界では恋人同士が行うものです。だから気軽に俺の腕を取ってください。わかりましたね。
Huh. It's hard to rest easy if we're not a couple.
俺ではダメですか？君の恋人となるためには
My guy.
何をすればいいですか？
Please don't make this difficult.
すみません。ですがそうやって俺の腕に顔を埋めるのは逆効果ですよ。君への愛しさが増すだけですから。さて、こうしてずっと立ち話をするのもなんですし、歩きましょうか。
Okay, show me around, Eltcreed.
今だけはエルトと親しげに呼んでください。では改めてどうぞ。
Eltcreed.
後半のは聞かなかったことにします。それでは参りましょう。
Kissed me on the head and began to walk. Dude, what is this? We're not dating. What?
リンゴのように頬を赤くして可愛いですね。
Eltcreed has adjusted his gait to mine. I was grateful his steps were shorter, but what am I going to do? What should I do? What am I doing? Oh, baby. Simply walking with him propelled my heart straight skyward. I could feel a thin film of sweat on myself. My pulse was also uneven. If enduring this kind of physical state is normal for a relationship, then this will be difficult.
いらっしゃいませ。ああ、旦那、こんばんは。
どうも。角の席座っていいですか？
ええ、どうぞどうぞ、ご自由に。
ありがとうございます。では参りましょう。
Okay. I'm so tired. I slouched over the table, tired after a day of being dragged around by Eltcreed.
今日は楽しかったですね。充実した時間が過ごせてとても幸せです。君もそうだと嬉しいのですがその様子だと違うようですね。俺の相手大変ですか？
Yes. You just have too much energy. Did you really not sleep?
ええ、節制は俺の特技です。
My guy. That's nothing to be proud of. I think protecting you in the bank would have been a lot easier for me.
俺の背中を見守るだけの簡単で退屈なあの仕事ですか？
Yes, I only have to pay attention to what's going on. I don't have to think about anything.
そうなるほど。君は俺のことをどう思いましたか？
Huh?
恋人ごっこをしている間、俺のことをどう見ていましたか？男として、恋人として意識してくれましたか？
I did? He likes that. That's why I'm so worried out right now.
そうですね。それは失礼しました。
Eltcreed smiled and drank water from his glass. Were you satisfied?
あんなのとは？
With how I behaved? I wasn't able to think much about anything. I had my hands full doing what he wanted to do. Did you really have fun? It didn't bore you?
君はどうなんです？ただ疲れただけですか？それとも何か得られましたか？
I don't know.
そうですか。それは残念です。俺は一緒に過ごす相手を喜ばせるのが趣味でして、俺ばかりが楽しんでいたようですね。どうすれば君を心から楽しませてあげられるのでしょ
It's because I can't get a read on you. You might begin by devoting your time to your job.
う？おやおや、それは難しそうです。
Difficult, huh? Why are you so particular about me, Elle?
気に入っていますし、好きです。
Why?
愛したいとも思っています。
But forcing it is not good, huh? I don't want jokes. I want the real you, exactly.
ああ、俺の心が欲しいと？
Like, this is
嬉
exactly
しいです
why.
ね。結婚式はいつがいいですか？披露宴は何回しましょ
I can't like you if you're like this. That's not what I...
う？分かっていますよ。言いたいこともなんとなく分かっています。俺に君は必要でないという君の自説についてあれこれ考えているのでしょう？
Yes, precisely. I don't understand what it is about me that you like. Just yesterday, I saw your shooting skills. I doubt that you will need my skills with the sword. I talked to Ulrich about it, and he said I was window dressing for you. It doesn't matter how good I am. Am I really just a decoration for you?
もしそうだとしたら君は拒みますか？俺なら受け入れます。そういう風に生きてきましたし、これからもそうなんでしょう。本当の自分の形がわからなくなっても、相手が求めてくれる限り俺は存在し
That's a
続け
bit
られる。
sad.
ですから自分が何者かなんてどうでもいいんです。
Elt?
なんて意味がわかりませんよね。すみません。
What was that about? For just a moment, it seemed like a mask had dropped. Interesting. It all happened so fast I couldn't tell if I had imagined it.
やったー、本当に嬉しい。エルと来てたなら声をかけてよ。そうよそうよ、寂しいじゃない。
おや、賑やかな方々がいらっしゃいましたね。
A group of women appeared, cutting me off. Who are they? The women ignored me as I stared open-mouthed. Instead, they surrounded Eltcreed, purring at him.
最近ご無沙汰でしょ。今晩付き合ってよ。
そうしたいところですけど、今夜はちょっと。
ダメなの？いつになったらあの夜の続きをしてくれるの？
Mm-hmm.
体力がある時ですね。徹夜明けなんです。
I had no idea what their business is with Eltcreed, but their relationship seemed clearly unhealthy to me. Lady killer, huh? Apparently he had not exaggerated. I wondered if the women surrounding him were in love with him. It must be difficult to make him your partner if so many fawn for him. If I had been born in the depths, would I be among them? I couldn't picture it. Looking at them and knowing my own discomfort with romantic gave me a feeling of inferiority. I found myself wishing that I could speak with him as effortlessly as they could. No, I am who I am. I'll never be like who they are. They were so close I could touch them if I wanted, yet they seemed a world away. I looked at Eltcreed, feeling a little sad. Poor girl.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。おかげさまでいい息抜きができて楽しかったです。
But I didn't do anything. I was so bad at acting like your lover. The others were so much better.
皆さんとは誰のことですか?
Dude, please. The women who came to ask your attention. They were skilled in communicating what they felt and thought to you. I can't articulate what I feel like that. It makes me think I must be very boring. I think I should focus on what I can do well. Then again, all I know how to do is fighting with a sword. As long as I have your trust, I will protect you.
それだけですか?
What else? Huh?
俺と君はどこまでもそれだけの
I
関係
don't
で
get
続けなくてはいけないんでしょうか?
I can't get a read on him. At all. Limited?
雇い主と護衛ということです。確かに俺は君の剣が好きです。騎士のような振る舞いが大好きです。ですけど、それだけで終わるなんて嫌です。君は自然に育まれる愛を知らずに生きてきました。上界で生き続けるならそれでもよかったのでしょう。
But it's not like he likes
ですが、
us.
下界は違います。
So
愛は自由で
confused.
あり、自らの手で掴まなくてはいけない。でも君はその方法を知らない。俺はその方法を君に教えたい。愛し愛される喜びを伝えたい。孤独な人になってほしくないんですよ。
Oh, this is actually what he said about Ulrich too, right? Like, he worries because Ulrich doesn't have many friends. He's worried because Ulrich only feels comfortable with him. But is making her fall in love with you specifically, knowing that you're like a lady killer, would be like a good idea? I don't know. Why?
さあ、君のことが好きなんじゃないですかね。
Eltcreed.
言い方が軽すぎましたか？でも実際そうです。恋や愛の始まりはだいたい些細なもの。気づかないことも気のせいだと思うこともあります。存在するのに目に見えない、形がないのにさまざまな形を持つ。愛とは不思議なものです。
And you're telling me to understand something so formless?
難しいですか？では形で表してみましょうか。
Eltcreed took a step towards me and put his right hand on my cheek. Chill, bro, chill. The piercing glare of his lilac eyes made me even more nervous, and I averted my eyes. What?
いいから俺を見て
Chill, chill.
じっとしていてください。
We don't even like each other. He removed his glasses with his left and put them in his pocket. He looks so different without his glasses. As I was lost in that thought, he kissed me. What? Oh, exactly. I couldn't understand what was happening and stood there motionlessly as he ran his fingers gently over my neck. It felt like being tickled with the feather. Moaned a little. Freeloading audio. I am deeply uncomfortable. Something warm entered through my lips and touched my tongue. I tried to twist backwards away from him, but he pulled me towards him by the hip. Yo,
これ
this...
だけでは終わらせたくないですね。
Is there like porn here? Can I even stream it? His face was so close that I could feel the vibrations of his deep voice in my head. What are you doing?
何って口づけですけどキス知りません
This? But this isn't how kisses work.
なるほどではどういったものですか
It was difficult for me to explain, and if possible, I didn't want to talk about it at all. I looked at Eltcreed. He wasn't going to allow silence. Even as I began to talk, I feel my body become hotter. It's just a light touch. This is so embarrassing. I just wanted to run away, but he pulled me even closer.
触れるだけのキスしか知らないなど人生の3割損していますね
A third? That's fine. I still have the other 2/3.
まあまあそう言わず欠けた部分は俺が教えてあげますから
Peach?
そうです形で愛を表すと言ったでしょほらちゃんと俺を見てキスは愛情表現の基本中の基本
I don't know, man. He hardly ended his sentence before he put his lips on mine again. Except this time it was a short, light kiss that gently brushed over my lips.
キスにはいろいろと種類がありまして今のはライトキス君の知っているキスは
Sorry! I panicked. What are you doing? I rubbed my lips with the back of my hand and looked up at Eltcreed. He smiled at me with amusement.
キスですよするというより舌の方が適切ですね
Yes, I mean sure, but that's not what I... You can't do this.
誰が許さないと言うんですかエルタクリード・バーレンティンを罰せられる者はこのリベラリタスには存在しませんよ
Like, I think what's really bothering me about this is that, number one, she's so innocent. So that's already like taking advantage of her naivety and innocence. And then next, he's her boss and she's very rigid in like the hierarchy system. And he knows that. So he knows as her boss, she wouldn't really know how to say no. So I feel like that's really what's making me uncomfortable here.
さあレッスンの続きをしましょう
Like, I don't know. She clearly doesn't really want it. Wait,
こうして何度も繰り返すのがバードキス唇全体を包み込めば
I couldn't reject my... See? I couldn't reject my employer too forcefully. I wanted to make him stop, but my objections were brushed away. See, I don't like that. Like, is this supposed to make me like him? I'm back to, like, being kind of not into him. I don't know.
バインドキスですまだ続けますか
Continue? The kissing had already left me breathless. I leaned against his chest. There's still more? After all this? That wasn't all?
いえいえ今のは全て受け身だったでしょキスは互いの気持ちを確かめるもの君にも求めてもらえれば俺も君ももっと楽しめます
Fun? I resolved to not be toyed with any longer and gently but firmly pushed myself away. Go, girl. Let's keep it at this for the day.
いいですよ今日はということは後日を期待していいんですね
Eltcreed leaned down and whispered, I look forward to it, into my ear before he gently bit my earlobe. Ah!
好きですよ今の声そそられます
I don't know, I don't like him.
さすがに不眠でことに及ぶのは大変ですから。今日のレッスンはここまで。
Like, suspension of belief is there, but this makes me
続きは
uncomfortable.
今度ゆっくりしましょうね。
Good night! I ran towards my room before he could give me an answer. I could hear him chuckling as I left. I closed the door behind me and leaned against it. I blushed as I touched the earlobe he had bitten. What was all that about, today and just now? Again and again, Eltcreed had talked to me about love. It wasn't that I felt he was wrong about anything. I just didn't understand, and it confused me. And then he kissed me. A light kiss, a couple of quick kisses, and then he enveloped my lips with his. What Eltcreed had said wheeled through my mind like a flock of disoriented birds. I'm not gonna remember anything if... No, this isn't even about learning and remembering. I'm not studying anything. I shook my head, hoping to forget everything, and undid the clasp on my sword belt. I saw people in the Heights kissing. You did? Where? In the Heights, only married couples kissed, and only in private. That's what I thought. There was no law against doing it in public. When I saw people engaged in it where others could see, I always looked away, feeling as if I was seeing something wicked. I would never have thought of doing that with someone I wasn't married or engaged to. The ways of the depths are so scary. I looked in the mirror and touched my lips. In a kiss where more happened than our lips touching. I felt strange. I couldn't tell whether it was due to what we had done or because I did it with Eltcreed specifically. I wondered whether Eltcreed was able to kiss just about anybody like he had kissed me. If he's kissing even me, it must mean nothing more than shaking hands to him. I changed into my nightwear and laid on the bed with the pillow held to my chest. I thought a kiss was something special. I couldn't decide whether I really wanted to adopt this part of their culture. Yeah, like he's just forcing his culture on her. I don't think that's right. Understanding love is so hard. That's kind of lust. His perspective. Okay, please give me a reason to like you again. Good night. And then she left, her face beet red.
俺がしたのはキスだけだというのに。
I just came back and they already kissed. He suddenly kissed her all of the sudden without asking for consent, and like her objections were like kind of ignored by him, and I'm very uncomfortable. I am deeply uncomfortable. I was a little shocked that she had acted like we had just had our first time. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, he's just weird. I don't know. I don't like him anymore. Like, the power balance is off, and she's clearly very innocent, and I don't know. It feels very uncomfortable for me. Why were you watching? Holy shit, that's embarrassing. I put my glasses back on and looked towards the sofa where Ulrich was lying. He was looking at me, only his upper body raised from the sofa and holding a thick book to his chest. What the fuck? In front of others too? That's like so uncomfortable. I walked over and plopped myself down next to him. Oh my god.
言い切らないのかよ。
ノーマルな行為を続けていたら飽きるでしょ。アブノーマルもたまには楽しいですよ。
どうでもいい。興味ない。
I can't wait for your route, babe.
パスタだってそうです。同じ味を食べ続けるとたまにおかしな味を試したくなるでしょ。
エロとパスタを同列に考えられるエルトの頭がおかしいと思う。
ウルリク、言っておきますけど。パスタはエ
What
ロ
do
い
you
ですよ。
mean?
なんだよその親切。虐 に興味深い。
Please no, I still have pasta. I don't want to not be able to eat
ス
pasta
ープ系の
again.
パスタを食べている女性は
What?
口の中に入れた後高確率で唇を舐めます。
What the fuck?
そそられませんか？
What the fuck? No, stop. I lick my lips so often. Please don't say that.
そられ
Ooh.
ねえよ。
Thank you.
いちいち
I
相手の
love you,
口元に
Ulrich.
飯食うかよ。バカじゃないの。
I love you, Ulrich. Mwah.
ぼっちにはわからないんですね。かわいそうに。わかりました。次はスープ系のパスタを作りますから、俺の唇を見ていてください。
誰が見るかよ、気持ち悪い。大体エルトは男だろ。
ウルリク。それ本気で言っていますか？
Ulrich, please save us. Yeah, I can't wait for his route.
何が？
His
俺が
baby.
男だってことがです。確たる証拠を見たことがあるというのですか？
Bruh, kick his balls right now.
ないけど、どっからどう見てもそうだろ。女好きだし、はべらしてるし。
わかりませんよ。蓋を開けてみたら、ユリの花園が広がっているかもしれません。
I'm so scared.
その蓋開けずに固く閉じてテープで巻いて川底に沈めてやりたい。
Fucking same.
っていうか、話戻すけどさ、キスするの早くないか？
Exactly, baby.
手を出せと言ったのはそっちでしょ。
Huh?
はあ？出しそうとは言ったけど、出せとは言ってないっての。あんなに翻弄しちゃってさ。
Yeah, like he's just playing with her. That's why I don't like it. Like, ah.
キスが原因で仕事がおぼつかなくなって、護衛の仕事をおろそかにされた結果、エルトが死んだとしても、それって自己責任だと思う。
愛のために死ぬ。悪くないですね。
バカ、死ぬのは悪いことだろ。あいつは女だし、同じ屋敷で住むんだから、そういう関係になるのは自然だろうけど、やっぱ手を出すの早すぎ。実は惚れてる？
He's not. That's the
恋焦がれるほど
thing.
ではありませんけど、惹かれていますね。そうでなければ雇いませんよ。
I don't like that.
しかし、ちゃんと女性として見れているのかは自信がありません。
Then what's with all the kisses,
そういう
lady
目で
killer?
見ようと思っても、なかなか難しいですよ。
I don't understand him at all. I'm trying my best to like see his point of view, but his point of view confuses me. Like, what am I supposed to do? My psychology degree is useless.
相手は騎士様だから。
それもあります。あと、彼女が上界出身だからですね。恋愛とは縁がなかった方を自由奔放な俺が振り回してもいいものかと。
自由って自覚あったんだ。ってそれはさておき、心配してるにしてはめちゃくちゃ振り回してないか？
そんなことはありません。
The fuck?
俺なりに手加減しているつもりです。あの流れであればベッドまで持ち込めます。
Consent, bro.
でもしなかった。寝てしまえばその瞬間から他の女性と同じように思えてしまう気がして、彼女は彼女で神聖なままでいてほしい。でもそばにいるなら触れたいですし、もっと俺のことを知ってほしい。これって恋でしょうか？
That's just you wanting something you can't have, bro.
恋っていうか変だよ。
Exactly.
わかる。
わかるじゃないっての。あんたってほんと思考が無茶苦茶で全然理解できない。
ミステリアスなところが魅力的と。
You're not.
照れますね。
褒めてない。
しかしすみません。同性の方からの濃厚な愛はお断りしているので。
そういう気持ちも一切ないから。僕って優しいよな。こんなあんたの話し相手になってあげてさ。感謝しなよ。
していますよ。いつもありがとうございます。愛していますよ。
What the
ウルリ
fuck?
ク。
やめて。僕は誰の愛も受け付けてない。そんなのどうでもいい。そんな生き方でよく女に刺されたりしないね。
うまくて器用なんですよ。なんでもね。
下ネタはやめろよ。
別にそういう。ああ、はい。 うまい器用をそう捉えたと。いやはや、18歳の発想は素晴らしいですね。
はあ、無意識で言ってたのかよ。変態かよ。
まあまあまあまあ、変態同士仲良くしましょう。
うるさい、僕は変態じゃない。
Thank you, Ulrich.
とか言って、今読んでるのもエロ本だったりするんでしょ。
違う、専門書だ。
専門、マニアックな。
バカ、何想像してんの、バカ。いい、帰る。バイバイ、死ね。
ほんと、ウルリクはからかうと面白いですね。さて、俺はどうするべきなんでしょうね。
I always loved showing my love to others. I was good at it, but I normally did it only when I knew I was welcome.
人の期待に応えるのは得意なんですけど。
The kiss had been different. Besides, I had hired her because I wanted to. Not because I had to. I had exploited her circumstances, telling her this was her best chance because I had wanted her to be close to me.
彼女は純粋だ。あれこれ理由をつければ俺に従ってくれる。ウルリクに言ったことは過言じゃない。寝ることなんて本当にたやすい。
But with Cirrus, I found it hard to want that. It didn't feel right to sully the innocent night, yet you kissed her without her expressed consent. At the same time, though, I wanted to know her better. As a woman, I wanted her. You just said you can't see her as a woman, what? The kisses had been the result of that conflict.
俺も若いですし、この包みがいつまで持つかはわかりませんけど。
They know. I touched my lips and thought of her.
怪我したくないというのは本心です。努力しないといけませんね。
That doesn't make me sympathize with him at all. Morning. I woke up according to schedule, dressed, and put on my sword belt. I wonder what's going to happen today. I stared into the mirror absent-mindedly and touched my lips. What was I thinking? I need to consider my guard duties. Eltcreed is my employer and I'm his guard. Besides, kissing is more like a greeting in the depths. He'd never said it as much, but it was an easy assumption to draw based on the events of the previous day. I shouldn't overthink it. It carries no special meaning. You've got an important mission, Cirrus de Stella. Clear your mind. I slapped my own cheeks to distract myself. Okay, let's go. Poor girl. Eltcreed is awake. Eltcreed was sitting on the sofa, reading a newspaper. I approached him, taking care that it didn't look like I was disturbed by what had happened. I have to talk and act like always. Good morning, Eltcreed.
はい、おはようございます。朝食はあちらに用意させてますので、お好きにどうぞ。今日も護衛よろしくお願いします。
Yes, I will. That went strangely normally. He spoke as evenly and as politely as always. His demeanor was exceedingly normal and not in the least unsettling. Still, I thought something was wrong. I haven't been here long enough to judge what's normal and what isn't, but as soon as he had finished talking, he had reverted his gaze to the newspaper and not looked at me again or uttered a single word. I poured myself a glass of water in an uncomfortable silence. With a small platter of bread and my glass of water, I sat down at the table. Are we going to the bank today?
はい、俺は銀行員ですから。
I could only respond to that with a nod. I will protect you on the way.
道中の心配は不要かと。今日は馬車で向かいますので。
Oh? The carriage? How unusual. The bank wasn't far from the mansion. Normally, Eltcreed walked there.
はい、呼び出しを受けておりまして、午後から立地区へ赴かなくてはいけません。
Another district. Outside Liberalitas then?
はい、面白くない遠出ですけど、来ますか？
Absolutely. You would be in more danger outside your city. I need to accompany you as your guard.
護衛として、
Hmm? Is something wrong?
ああ、いえ、そうですね。君は護衛です。間違いありません。
You're giving mixed signals here, buddy. He thanked me for my protection and looked back at the newspaper. Something is wrong. I went over the day's appointments. The banks in the morning, another district in the afternoon. Going by carriage was far safer than walking, but it didn't offer perfect protection. There might be a highway robbery or an attack as we embark. I have to be alert. In the afternoon, we went outside Liberalitas by carriage directly from the bank. Our destination was Temperancia. Apparently, it was the largest district in the depths with the longest history. That was all Eltcreed told me inside the carriage. Wait, sorry. As the one in charge of guard duties, this lets me concentrate better, but I still felt something was odd as I stared out the window. A grey world of machines and smoke. Is all the depths like this and not just Liberalitas? For someone like me, who had been convinced that the depths had no civilization whatsoever, it was overwhelming. If I weren't on a mission, then I'm sure I could just stare at it forever. But I couldn't. The danger of attacks was real. I touched the hilt of my sword, waiting patiently for us to arrive. Eventually, we stopped in front of a large building and were led into a generous reception room. Everything looked like it came from the heights. This room, it reminds me so much of the heights. The furniture, the decorations. Except for the more humid air, I would have been convinced I was in the heights.
今から100年ほど前に浄化式の内装が流行ったそうで、この部屋はその名残でしょう。
But how would they know what the heights looked like? The people hated the heights, but their designs were popular?
ウルリクは人参が嫌いですが、野菜全部が嫌いなわけではありません。そういうことです。
I see. It sort of made sense, but not really. As I pondered his strange explanation, a door opened and an aging man appeared. He carried papers bound with string. His clothes were refined and expensive, and he carried himself with the air of someone powerful.
お待たせしてすみません。バーレンティン殿。
Looks like a mafia dude. I dig it. As soon as he stopped in front of us, Eltcreed bowed very deeply. I did the same.
いえ、お招きくださりありがとうございます。ノイエ・テンペランス殿。
Noia Temperance, so that's his name. And the district was called Temperancia. From that and Eltcreed's behavior, I surmised that he was, without a doubt, the district's ruler.
そちらの女性はああ、例の上界出身のお飾りですね。
Decoration.
はい、その通りです。話し合いにも同席させてよろしいでしょうか。
構いませんよ。お飾りに口がないのならね。
その点はご安心ください。彼女は立派な女性ですので。
買っているのですね。君に流れる血がそうさせるのか。しっけ言い過ぎました。
お気になさらず。お忙しい身です。本題に入りませんか。
それもそうですね。では、そちらにおかけください。
Noia handed the papers over and gestured towards a seat. I stood diagonally behind Eltcreed and watched the proceedings. Eltcreed undid the string and read the contents.
ケルニヒ・オルゼ。それが彼の名ですか？
ええ、正確には名だったですけどね。君が殺してしまいましたから。
The dude who tried to kill him in the street. Huh? Eltcreed had killed him? I was completely taken aback, but Eltcreed only nodded politely.
2日前の夕刻、書面を届けるためにリベラリタスへやってきたテンペナンス殿の秘書であった彼を、
Oh,
俺が誤って射殺してしまった
different?
ということですか？
そういうことです。回収した彼の遺体から銃弾が見つかりましてね。
Noya retrieved the bullets from a pocket and threw them towards Eltcreed. He caught them.
間違いありません。これは俺の銃弾です。それに資料にあるこの顔、見覚えがあります。
彼は優秀な男だったのに残念です。
The face. I looked at the picture that Eltcreed was tapping on. But it was the man who tried to kill Eltcreed 2 days earlier. Deliver documents? That's a lie. He shouted he was going to kill him. Eltcreed bowed to the ringleader of his planned assassination, his expression placid.
秘書だとは気づかず、大変失礼いたしました。
Doesn't he remember? No. He said he remembers him. He must remember. So why? While I was still confused, the conversation continued.
欲しいのは気持ちだけではないんですよ。分かっていますね。
ええ、当然。こちらに記載されている賠償金はきっちりお支払いいたします。
Eltcreed took a pen from his pocket and signed the paperwork.
俺が見誤ってしまったばかりに大切な人材が失われたこと。
まあ、君は若いので仕方ありませんが、今後は気をつけることです。バーレンティン殿。
ええ、心がけます。ご助言感謝します、テンペランス殿。
ああ、君のような若い指導者を導くのも私の大切な仕事ですからね。
Dickhead. Discussions were eventually concluded, and Eltcreed and I left without delay. I wonder what just happened. There would be no need for reparations in a case of self-defense. Is that different in the depths? I had a lot of questions, but Eltcreed didn't speak. I sensed that he wasn't in the mood for talking either, so I said nothing. Instead, I looked out the window. By the time I returned to his mansion, it was dark. I ate something light and went to my room. Eltcreed. After our return, he had gone to his room without eating. He looked the same as always. Even his last words before we parted were the same. Still, something was clearly wrong. He'd been odd the whole day. I wonder if it's just today, or... I pulled the curtains aside and saw someone in the garden. Is that... Gigi? No, Gigi? Yes. It was Eltcreed. I was just standing there, staring at nothing in particular. Eltcreed.
2年。
Hmm? He raised his head and looked at me with lilac eyes.
君は2年と聞いて何を想像しますか？
2 years? My time was an officer. I worked there for 2 years.
そうですか。その2年は長かったですか？短かったですか？
Short. It was over in the blink of an eye.
そうですね。俺もそうです。俺がリベラリタスを作ったのは
Damn.
2年前です。
2 years. Yes, he talked about that before. You made all this in 2 years? Yeah, that's crazy.
ええ、2年前の俺の肩書きはバーレンティン銀行の頭取でしかなかった。当時 この地区はフェアレーターという名で
Beretta.
乱暴な方が支配していました。態度はさておき、取引相手としては付き合いがあったのですが、とある理由のためにその方には退場していただき、フェアレーターを潰しリベラリタスを作りました。それが2年前の話です。当然リベラリタスでは一番偉いのですが、他の歴史ある地区と比べれば地位などないに等しく、底辺もいいところです。リベラリタスは全てにおいて劣っています。小さい土地に比例し、総生産量も少なく、他地区との取引がなければ運営を維持できない。ですので今日みたいにね、理不
Sorry. You know it was unreasonable.
当然です。自分を殺そうとした男の顔ですよ。さすがに忘れません。俺の経験が乏しいと見込み、彼らはあの手この手で資産を得ようとする。丸め込んでいいように利用しようとする。俺がバカだったら何も考えずに受け入れたり怒ったり行動を起こせたのでしょうけど、エルトクリード・バーレンティンは頭がいいのでそんなことは一切しません。リベラリタスに住む人々のことを考え、頭を下げて無条件で受け入れる。
Are you happy with that?
はい。俺の気持ち一つで解決するなら、俺の感情など必要ない。
He mentioned something like that. His job as a leader makes him unable to understand his own feelings. I guess because he's used to repressing them. You're out here right now looking like that because you can't just sacrifice your feelings.
そんな顔？今の俺は君にどう見えますか？
My bad. My RNG fell. I was moving too much. Sad and upset.
そうですか。やはり俺は若いんですね。先導者たるもの、もっと悟られないようにしなければ。俺はカッコつけですから、見苦しい姿は見せたくありません。
Eltcreed. Is it too self-centered to ask you to bear it to me, at least?
見せてほしい。
I do like miserable guys, yes. Yes, I'm your guard. I want to be the one who's closest to you. Show me the self you can't show to others. The self that looks miserable. I can't offer you much, but I can listen. Just please, don't carry this weight alone.
いいえ、一人で抱え込まないといけないことなんです。それに君はただの護衛です。そこまでする義務も責任もありません。
Yes, I apologize for my indiscretion.
そうですよ。でないと、俺は君に何をしでかすかわかりません。
The fuck does that mean? Do to me?
そう、以前言いましたよね。愛は無償であり自由であり無限だと。求められれば答えるのが俺だと。でも俺は君に求められていない。俺が憧れや理想を押し付け、一方的に欲しがってばかりいる。君は優しく世間に疎いですから寄り添ってくれるでしょう。でもそれではきっと意味がない。あやふやなまま君は騎士様、
Sorry.
俺にとっての特別な存在だから怪我したくないんです。
No, I must be sullied.
は？
Exactly, huh? A knight serves their master. They crawl through the mud, covered in blood, and kill his enemies. That isn't possible unsullied. I don't want to be a decoration. I want to serve and protect you. Show me, teach me who you really are.
難しい問題ですね。俺自身 俺のことを見失いかけているというのに、それを見せろだなんて。
If you've lost sight of who you are, we'll look for it together. Just don't suffer alone.
俺には俺の考え方があるので、全てをさらけ出す気はありません。ましてや君との付き合いはとても短い。でもそうですね、少しずつ自分を伝えられたらと思います。こんな風に俺実は打たれ弱いんです。普段は偉そうにしているのに。おかしな話でしょ。こんな俺ですけど、これからも守っていただけますか？
Yes, gladly.
ありがとうございます、俺の騎士様。
Eltcreed smiled softly at me and touched my hair. Ah. He ran his fingers over my ears and down my cheeks before tracing my neck.
今日はキスはしません。
Dude. Way to
気持ち
ruin
が
it.
満たされているのでね。
He had gently embraced me. I was surprised but accepted it. He's so tall and muscular, but then the weight he had to carry was overwhelming, and it made him seem so small to me. There wasn't much that I could do, but I still wanted to help him. The night was dark and silent, without moon or stars, but my wish to help was clear and bright. As the days went on, I continued my guard duties. The rhythms of life in the depths were becoming more familiar to me. Part of me was uneasy about that. Felt like being too accustomed to all this was dangerous. After all, what about my parents' murderers? I forgot about that. What about the stain on my family name? Throughout my quiet days, inner turmoils raged inside me. I was perpetually reminded of the past by the tower's enormity, visible from wherever I was. Life was good in Liberalitas. I had essentially accepted my new role here. Couldn't decide whether I wanted to leave the past behind me or cling to it. The embers of anguish smoldered, never cooling. Eltcreed, good work today. What are your plans for this evening?
おや、デートへのお誘いですか？
He's back to normal, I see. No, I'm asking as your guard.
真面目なご回答ありがとうございます。さすがですね、騎士様。今日は晩餐会がありまして、一緒に来ていただきたいんです。
A dinner party, but I...
大丈夫です。今回の集いに過激派の方はいらっしゃいません。上界出身者がいようといなかろうと気にしない方々ばかりです。
There are those who don't?
ええ、彼らには出身地よりも興味を引くものがありまして、上界を糾弾する暇はないのでしょう。
I see. Very well then, please let me attend.
ええ、期待していますよ。では早速着替えを用意させますね。
Change of clothes?
はい、今日のために
Taboo.
君専用のドレスを仕立てたんです。
A dress?
おや、ご存知ありませんか？多種多様で一概にこれとは言えませんけど、オーソドックスなものはこれくらいの丈のスカートで。
No, I know what a dress is, and what they look like as well. I was surprised by the necessity to change into one.
それは招待状の返信に君の名も連ねたからです。招待状で少しやらかしてしまいましてね。
A bungle? Eltcreed grinned and nodded.
君のせいであるティスティラの綴り方がわからず、
Oh my fucking
あ
god.
れこれ考えていたらバーレンティンと書いてしまいました。
And with that, I think I'm gonna stop there for today, because I'm hella tired. I have a lot to ruminate on about his route so far. He's very interesting, but I don't know if I like him. He's very interesting though. But yeah, I think that's all for today. I am tired. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.